Hello, hello, hello. How's every little thing? I don't know if people will show up or not. Let me just adjust that a little bit there. I want to be close enough that people can see, my coloring and I can see it too. Hi, Candace. Melissa, hi, Chow. Good evening, everyone. So, the purpose of this video is I want to talk about watercolor pencils. And these, I think, typically are actually ink. I don't know. But I have this set of 36 Derwent Inktense pencils. And I have this set of 36 Tim Holtz pencils. These are the distressed watercolor pencils. Price-wise, they're about the same. The difference here is that with these, you can buy separate packs. Hi, Anj. Hi, Diane. Of 12 versus these, you have to buy the whole 36. These come in the distress colors we all know and love. Yeah, thank you. Hi. Okay, FaceTime brother in Australia. How cool, Marva. Hi, Cece. And then these are, now I lost track. I was saying hi and getting excited there about Australia. These are just regular colors. So, what I discovered is that I am severely lacking in the floral stamp department. I found a couple of Simon Hurley's I have, and let me show you what I have in mind here. So I have this rainbow twirl paper, and I have a secret project that I'm working on that it's used in, these florals. And so I want to make floral ephemera to go on the project. So, I started making some today, and I was using my, not alcohol markers. I was using my, one of those things called those Zig markers. And then I got these in the mail, and I'm like, okay, let's see what we can get. And I'll show you some of the results. And that's when I decided to do a comparison. So this one was done with the pencils, and I didn't do a very good job of it because I don't know what I'm doing. And these were done with pens. So I'm kind of getting in those color ranges that work with this. And I'll cut the white part off of this too. These had white. These were foiled. And I tried as I might to foil them in black. The black foil failed, and I used both Crafty Critter and I used Spellbinders, both of them. The black failed on this particular hot foil die. So that's that. And so I stamped out some flowers because that's the reason I used those, because I had them. And I haven't swatched. I'm not a big swatcher. I did stamp these using Distress Archival Black Soot ink, and they are stamped on Bristol Smooth paper. This is the hammer mill that I worked on with the other, and I found that it's really not super water friendly. Hey, babe. Mike Dingus. So I'm looking at this flower here, and so I want to find some colors. Well, I can actually do them both on the same page. That way you guys can see it. We know we can see picked raspberry here. We can definitely see seedless preserves. We can definitely see carved pumpkin. Is this carved or spiced marmalade? Probably some wild honey, fossilized amber. This is the wild honey. Yeah. It looks like around that color range, possibly even some villainous potion. So let's try and find some comparisons here. This is a fuchsia. So not as good of selection in pinks that I would like to see. Let's find if I had these the other way, I'd be able to find a color better. Let's do that. That's the other thing. These this way or that way, you can see the color. Possibly this one, this one, this one, this one, and this purple right here. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, perfect. Fair, fair, fair. Hey, Peggy. So when I do this, I like to use a regular paintbrush. Where did I put my paintbrushes? There's a water brush. So you can use a water brush, but I like to use this little brush. And just regular water. And so I spray the water right here because I don't use a lot of water. So I'm going to start out with the darkest color here and kind of just do the shading areas. That's going to be a tight one there. Got to be very careful. And I'm not worried about getting this perfect because I'm going to pull it out with the water. But I definitely want those shaded areas to be this dark, dark color. This is Seedless Preserves. I may have to go in with the purple. I don't know yet. What I found out when I was playing with it just a little bit earlier is that these don't mind laying nicely right on top of a wet surface. These ones, not so much. You kind of have to dry your surface first. I'm just kind of adding shadows where I think shadows should be. I don't know what I'm doing. I have to be really perfectly honest about that. Let's see what happens here. I get impatient. I can't color the whole thing and then go back with water. I've got to go now. And let me get a rag here because, again, I like to use basically a dry brush. And just the very tip. And just kind of pull this color out. And if it's too wet, just dab it off. What I'm trying to do is just create those shadows. Okay. And I take that very dry brush and go ahead and create a little bit of texture. By the way, if you sharpen either one of these, but particularly these, those shavings are mixed media gold. Check that out. I just threw the shavings on a piece of watercolor paper and then got it all wet and I smushed two together. Look at that. So don't throw them out, but be careful because you can make mud if you mix too many colors. But I could probably take this and rub it on a whole nother piece of paper and get color out of it. Yep. So kind of fun. And see, my brush is still fine here. Everything pulls out nicely. Let's get a little bit more water, dab off. And get in around these dark shady areas. I must say that this stuff is behaving very nicely on the Bristol Smooth. I need more shading up there, but this is just a starting. Okay, so let's come over here to this guy and let me just write this down here so you know which one is which. This is the Distress. Let's flip this around. Inktense. So for the same price, there are more colors available with the Inktense. Let's go with this. This was this fuchsia? No, that's Shiraz. This one actually ends up kind of looking brown, even though the little color on there says differently. And let's come in here with the fuchsia. A lot of people mistakenly call these crayons, but they're not crayons. These are crayons. Okay, totally different animal. So these are pencils. They're woodless pencils. And they feel like pencils. Hey, Val. Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people save the shavings in like one of those ink, alcohol ink things, you know, with the little dippity doos in them. Where is mine? I think it broke. And then just get them wet and paint with them. So there's that option too. But I saw a friend of mine, Ryan. I don't know if you guys know Ryan, but you probably do. I have been closet watching his coloring channel, and man, I'm learning a lot. Anyway, he had these, and he was coloring a woman, and it was intense. And I went, "Oh God, I gotta try those." So I went on Amazon, and it turned out that they had a 36 pack for just like $4 more than the 24 pack. So I went for the 36, of course. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. And just to make sure I'm fair, make sure there's no color on there. See how it spreads in comparison. I feel like it's a little bit more intense as far as the color goes. Of course, this isn't the same color. This is fuchsia, but yeah, I just feel like it's not as, or it's more like a lot less goes further. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. There should be more shading right there. But what I want to show you is that these play really nice over a wet surface. Where this one, I had some problems with it, getting it to do that. Well, it's now fairly dry, so it doesn't matter. See, I like the way these blend better. So there's that. This fuchsia is very vivid. Yeah, Ryan is, no, he's been doing live for quite some time. He's kind of been off and on. His channel's called Ryan Colors. Okay. Yeah, it does. It does seem more vivid. Of course, these are our distress colors, so we have to take that into account. And you guys know I love Tim Holtz products, so you know, I have to be a little bit biased, but you know, in comparison to how these are moving around, I don't know. We'll see how it dries back too, because it probably dries back. I don't know. It's not, from what I've read, it's actually ink. So, but you see, we can get that to play nice over already colored areas that are damp. Now, this is by no means super wet because you know, saturating. That's why I like to use this way instead of the water brush. So I'll show you what you get with the water brush. Get it going there. You get, it pours the water out. It's too much, way more than I want for the kind of control I'm looking for. And even if I dab the brush, it's still too wet. So that's why I prefer. Hi, Rhonda. Yeah, he does a coloring books. That's right. That's right. He doesn't do cards or anything anymore. Just coloring. Okay, let's go back to our distress and get a little bit more intense color down here in the dark area. Get a little bit more shading going on right here. A little more shading going on there. And it seems to be going over just fine. Again, this isn't super wet. So you see me just dipping into the water and then immediately wiping my brush off and wiping it as I go, so that I can spread that color down and treat it more like a watercolor. And yeah, I'm definitely an imposter when it comes to coloring, but I sure love doing it. Hi, Michelle. Oh, these don't reactivate? That's good to know, because yeah, like if I wanted to, let's just say for instance, I wanted to add like a little sparkly spark, I'm probably going to get a water effect here. Well, maybe. But you're right. These, and it does say that they dry permanent. These aren't moving at all. So that is that's a good call out there, Michelle. All right, let's go. Let's grab I'm going to go with the picked raspberry now. I'm going to go lighter color. I'll go lighter in the center here. Oops, don't lay that in the water, Goofus. Move that around. For the price, I mean, I was like, that's a lot of money. $75 is what I looked at it just before I came online, and they were $75 for this set, and that's how much it is for the Tim Holtz ones at $25 per set. So now what I want to do is add the darker color again in my shadow areas, and I might create a couple of extra shadows. Yeah, I was really I was disappointed when I started looking through my stamps going, wait a minute, why don't I have any florals? I'm just not a big flower person, but sometimes, you know, you just need some flowers. You see here where this is still wet, it does have a little bit of problem getting around that wet area, and I don't want to press too hard. Hey, Simon. Hi, Jen. Am I missing anybody? I said hi to Val. I just don't want to one-to-one. Hello. Did I see Cordelia popped in here? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, there she is. Okay, great. Yeah, I decided to come, and hi, Joyce. I decided to come back to Thursday nights since nobody seems to be going live on Thursdays anymore. Yeah, fill in the blank there, fill in the hole. Might get quiet here sometimes. That happens. Talk amongst yourselves. Now I've got a little watermark right there that I'm not crazy about. Don't want. See if I can blend that out. Even though this is sort of watercoloring, I don't want those gloobity gloobs. I want things to be nice and smooth. Okay, I'll come back to the Inktense. Where is the color I was using? Is this it? Fuchsia, yep. Okay, so I'm going to come around here. And then I actually added some pink there where once I added the seedless preserves over the pink, it doesn't really look any different over the picked raspberry. And like I said, I'm learning to color. I'm learning to color with alcohol markers. God, I love it. Learning to color with everything so that I can enjoy coloring more. And I have a lot of dies, but I don't have a lot of stamps because I just wasn't enjoying coloring. That's just kind of a weird one right there. I don't know what it is. We'll find out, or it'll be nothing. I did burn my hand Christmas Day, yes. And I've tried to put a Band-Aid over this, but there's just no way a Band-Aid will sit there. So sorry about that. Yeah, I burned it trying to move the ham or something. I don't know. You know how when you lift something right up against that grate. And definitely some intense color going on with these, which is, you know, hence the name Inktense. So I went shopping. Anyway, I'm gonna be on a no-buy starting next month. So I decided I better get some more florals. So I have a few Simon Hurley florals, and I probably have a couple of the freebies of the Altenew, and I have some Simon Says stamp ones. But singles that I'm comfortable cutting out is what I'm after. It doesn't hurt at all, Cordelia. That's the funny part. Doesn't hurt at all. Use some Kaleido silver on it, and that stuff is quick healer. I don't know what this little mark is. I'm not crazy about it, but it's there, so I'm living with it. Try and smooth those out. And one thing I learned watching Ryan is once these dry, you can go over with them with color pencils, and wow, zooks. Really intense changes happen there with shadows and light. Just to be a little bit closer there. Just a little bit closer now. Okay. That's got some dimension to it. Here we are so far. Now, ignore the sparkly I put on there. Let's get a closer look. I'm bad about getting stuff stuck in your head. Yeah, so what are we, Blues Brothers, right? No, Animal House? Animal House, I think. Yeah, Ryan Colors is the name of his channel. Okay, let's go back to the distress one. You go over in your house. And this, Need to finish that piece right there. Let's see if I have enough water on here to move that. I do. It doesn't take much water at all to move these around. Either one. I left that hanging. Let's paint that. And I didn't. Okay, that's where I used the picked raspberries. Not my favorite. I mean, I do love the color. Just I don't like the way that looks. Okay, let's do this guy. And I'm just doing fairly simple coloring. I can get pretty intense with it, and I love to do that. Throwing in lots of other colors, but it takes me hours, and I'm not going to keep you here for hours. It's just not happening. I want tacos. Oh, okay. Hi, Delise. Need a little more water here. Make sure that I'm back in the right. Where is it? Oh, right here. Okay. And all I'm doing is just basically kind of wiggling my brush. I'm blending that color out. Nope. Pull it. So you can pull the color just by wiping your brush. That kind of looks like a hiney. I think I don't want that. I don't want that hiney on there. And I'm going to assume that you can layer this the same way you can layer these, and you can layer them. That kind of looks like a painting, doesn't it? Soften that edge. Okay, picked raspberry. What? Brenda's sick? I'm sorry you don't feel good, Brenda. All right, let's make sure we're fair here with our colors. Clean that brush off. And back to the Inktense. We are doing fuchsia. That's damp right there. Why is that damp? Oh, somehow I splattered Wink of Stella stuff on there. Okay. So a lot of this really would have a lot to do with the colorist too. And you know, how much time you're taking, how close you are to your work. I'm kind of far away from it. My glasses are doing okay though. And it's not taking a whole lot of pencil to do that. So I started out with a perfectly sharp point, and here's where I am now. You don't want to see that. So you guys will see the beginnings of my special surprise project, January 2nd. That needs to be blended out better. I should learn how to hold a brush and all those things that actual real artists do. And it's still spreading. Let's get a tiny bit more water here. See if I can get that to blend out a little better. Okay. It's not smooth. I go crazy with stuff not smooth. Still looks like Heine. I guess I can't help that. Hi, Jonna. Oh, yeah. You're going to make a taco run? I think Mike's cooking tacos. He said he was anyway. I feel like I need more shading in here. So look how nicely this goes over that damp area. I'm just barely putting any pressure at all. See if I can get that to blend out some. Come on. Need a bit of water. Yeah, it's going to be a stubborn little guy right there. All right, that's fine. Just right there. The Bristol seems to be holding water pretty well. This is where I got that sparkly stuff, so I want to be careful with what you do. See if I can somehow remediate that. Itty bit of water. You get anything on your paper, and just like if you heat emboss and you didn't do the powdery stuff first, you're going to get the everywhere the powder is, that your ink or whatever you're using isn't going to stick, and you're going to get funkies like that. Oh, thank you, Jen. Well, I mean, I love doing art, so there's that. Okay, where is my seedless preserves? See, I feel like I've lost some darkness here. I'm going to try and add a little bit more shading in here. These little spots where the petals would tuck. And these spots where the petals would overlap. That worked out. It's a little darker there. Okay. La, 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 la. Thinking. Well, we'll finish off the flowers and then do the stamens, and then I might go in with some unexpected colors. I feel almost like I need to sharpen this because I want to get into small, tight areas. So use the Prismacolor sharpener on the right-hand side. Sharpens them. And if I stay within the right color range, I'll get myself another little cool background. Might have to use a pen to get those tiny little stamen parts. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, we're back. You guys are quiet tonight. And when I'm doing my brush, I'm doing a super light touch, like really light. Thought I just saw a bug out of the corner of my eye. There was one of those man bugs in here earlier tonight. Or those Asian fake ladybugs. I like that. I like how that came out. Which one do I like? You know what? I like them both. I like the distress colors, but I also like the intensity of these. Now, we're going to see in the end which flower I like better, because this Seedless Preserves is my favorite. Excuse me, Tim Holtz color. So I'm really super biased to that. Fuchsia is not my favorite. So I know that this looks like fuchsia, but this is actual fuchsia. So I don't know. Hey, Amy. Yeah, I think I like them both. And definitely you're allowed, right? Because I also like multiple kinds of inks, depending on what I'm using it for. So I think I would reach for one based on the color I'm trying to do, and the fact that Michelle pointed out that these, once they're dry, don't move. Where most watercolor pencils do. Okay. Just trying to get into these tiny little spots, and I do have to keep sharpening this because I need that tiny point. And I like my Prismacolor pencils, and I like my Castle Arts pencils. Tim doesn't have color pencils at all. I mean, these typically they are, and you know, if you played your card right, then you know you wouldn't even have to add water. Here we got here's the only thing that's bothering me, but that's going to bother me no matter what, is that I can't blend out those shadows very well. That's going to take some practice. That's all. Just practice. Yeah, you sure can. And a lot of people do. They save them in those little, now I'm way crooked again. Sorry about that. I must keep bumping this with my head. In one of those alcohol ink well thingies. Did you miss at the beginning when I showed what I did with the shavings? I haven't, because I bought these and I barely used them, but I threw the shavings on here and got them wet and played around. So and it was fun. Okay, here, get that little spot. What I'm finding is for either flower, so far I'm only needing one color. I'm not needing to add a second color to get the depth that I want. Though I probably could. Let me pull it up close so you can see where we are so far. We're working with the Distress one. And we're working with Seedless Preserves. Okay, I've got a little bit of inners here to do. I need some daisies. I like daisies. And probably roses. Probably. That nice and dark right there. That nice and dark. Let's see what we get from there. Probably should have brushed that off before I got water on it. Yeah, I like it. I like this. This is a fun medium. Hi, Jean. You like the Distress one better, Joyce? Bye, Peggy. Okay, go walk the girls. I gotcha. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of spread these to get the color, the lighter colors here that need to happen. There's enough on there, just enough dampness on this brush. I need this here to be a little bit lighter, so I'm going to lighten it up with water. Just pull some of the color off. And that's one of the plus sides of these, is you can do that even after it's dry. And right there. Now I can take some of that excess and bring it over to these areas that need to be light. Oh. Hi, Pam. If the notice even did pop up, Pam, because a lot of times they haven't been. You know, I've been talking to a lot of people who aren't getting notifications recently. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking these. I like it a lot. I want to make sure you guys can see me. I can't really zoom when I'm using StreamYard. I went to one of their lives the other night and asked them when we'd be able to actually zoom our camera during a live. And I'm limited to the range of motion of my camera. A little bit more pink there. Okay, the pink is done on that one. Let's finish off the pink on this one. Hi, Kenzie. Oh, you have some metallic Inktense pencils? How cool. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen this one, and I use the fat side for these too. I call it the fat side. I don't know. Well, this is skinnier. I have one of those, but it always breaks my lead, so forget it. Forget about it. Okay. I'm going to soften out my shadows a little there. Let me clean this off and make sure I get a good pink representation of the right color of pink, which is this fuchsia. Wow, that stuff's really intense. A little too much water there. There we go. Wow. Just out of curiosity, though, when we put this up next to my model, there's the Distress. There's the Inktense. I think the Distress is going to be the winner here. Yeah, I don't, dipping the pencil, I haven't tried it. I've tried it with the Tim Holtz ones, but I prefer the control I'm having here. And maybe it's a good idea what you're saying. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. Color there. Pull some of this up into here. You guys, did I tell you already? I don't know if I did. I totally lost my VersaFine Clear ink. Like it's nowhere. How does that happen? I'm going to need a little more color here. Let's make sure I'm grabbing the right tool. That's what I was going to stamp these with, and I couldn't find it. So I stamped them with archival. No biggie. For now. You're right, though. These colors aren't moving up like the other, like I was able to do with the Tim Holtz ones. I'm having to add the extra, which is fine. I don't mind. Let's blame Mike. What did I keep my ooh, he better not, Amy. I keep my I've got this little container right here that's right next to me that I keep that, and then I keep the archival, then I keep my ink on threes, I keep my Memento, my Versamark, my Wow, and usually my paints. Where are my paints? Well, interesting. Okay, well, I'm not going to stress about that right now. I'm busy here with this, but I put them someplace else. Hi, Alyssa. Okay, back to work here. Get back to work. These are fairly easy images to color, but you can, make them as intense or not as you want. I find that I need a little bit more water with the Inktense. Like a partially dry brush won't spread it. Hi, Mary. Ask the pink brush where the ink pad is. And where my metallic paints are. They're supposed to be right there, but I'm sure I've moved them. I'm sure that is all me. I heard that. Mm-hmm. There's a man bug trapped in my I have like some tissue paper kind of clipped onto my light so it doesn't glare as bad. And there's a bug in there. I hear it trying to escape, and I see it. It's just that same bug that was in here earlier. You guys, we might get snow tonight. I'll be sleeping through it, but still. I know. Yep, probably. Oh my goodness. Where am I? Oh yeah, I'm right here. He definitely loves coming on live and can't wait to do it again. You're too far south for the snow. Well, I mean, you've got the weather reporters who are, I call them the weathergeddons, because it's first alert all the time. Like, be careful, beware. It's all happening, and nothing happens. Color the hair. I think Jay said he got some snow. Oh, I don't like the way that did that. See if I can soften that out some. dark right there. Won't even move that one. Okay, back into the little dealy bob areas. And yeah, I forgot that, you know, also you can adjust your pressure if you don't want it so dark. Say I just want a little bit more in here. Just scratch a little bit out there. And I'm used to dropping my pencils to my right, so that one keeps landing in its non-home. Okay. This one gets to my eyesight after a while, though, doing so much coloring. Oh, hey, Abraham. Hi, Linda. Okay. Who's got glaucoma? Let me scroll back. You must be talking about your dog. Oh, sorry about that, Abraham. Nobody likes it when our fur babies are sick. I mean, we don't like it when our regular babies are sick, too, but... And I won't color this one on camera. Just I stamped them out because I hated to waste the paper. And these are all gonna have to be fussy cut, which I don't mind. You know that. Oh, almost done. You prefer the watercolor look, Kenzie? Is it that you like or than you like? That's what I'm just clarifying here. You have the Derwent ones or a whole nother brand? I have some off-brand ones too, somewhere around here, but I never had any luck with them, so I put them away forever and ever. Or I might have sent them to my stepdaughter because I was trying to get her something to do. Okay. I'm I'm not liking this part right here, but I can't fix it. That's where now my paper is pilled up, kind of. Oh, yeah. Prismacolor has watercolor pencils. Yeah, I do like these Derwent ones. I mean, I like it both. Um, okay, so we need some. Typically, those would be dark, but I'm not making them dark. I want. We're going to see the intensity there of the orange, and I probably do a little this. Oh, I better get the duster and dust that off. Oop, now my pencil broke. That was no fun. All right. Let's make sure that all the pink's cleaned off of here. Get some clean water. I don't know why I just did that. So the orange isn't super intense here. I hear you, you little brat. That's too bad you got yourself in there, and even in the house, you don't belong here. He doesn't belong here. All right, let's take a look at the Derwent orange one. Definitely oranger. Orangier. Definitely. I lost my brush. There it is. More orangier, yeah. Yes, you're right, Maddie. So I bought the Tim Holtz set, and I actually bought 2 sets last year. And one of them went to one of you guys. I don't remember who. In a giveaway. I think in my 2000 sub giveaway. So definitely the Derwent orange is far more intense. So let's get fair about it and see if I can add more here. Here's something I do notice. And I'll put it up close so you guys can see it. Let me go for the rusty hinge here. Yeah, that gives us a little bit more of an intense orange. If you don't put water, it tends to kind of dull out the black a little bit. Okay, that's better. All right, we're good. We're good. We can still get, I love orange, so I need that intensity. Much brighter. I actually did the giveaway early, Kenzie. And I gave away the fuse machine. But I may do yet another. Let's see. I feel like those should be black. Now, here's the tricky part. They're so skinny. Here's my black soot. I'm not going to need any water, but I am going to have to continually sharpen my pencil. Or I could use pen, but I think I'll just stick with pencil here. And just kind of fake it until I make it here. So black soot is not an intense color. It's, well, it's black, but yeah. I'm working on, okay, just making sure I'm still working on the distress side. So these work fine as just pencils. I'm not having to put a bunch of pressure, just having to be able to see what I'm doing. And I'm just sort of filling in here where I completely missed with my paint or my, yeah. But I'm not going to add any water to these, because obviously that's just going to make a muddy mess. Yeah, definitely the black. Oh, I definitely have to fix that right there, though. That's bad. That's villainous potion. I completely missed that spot. There we go. Yeah, I'm excited that 3,000 people subscribe to my channel. Wow, that's cool. I never expected that when I first started. I didn't expect any of this when I first started. What started me was I was in the Tim Holtz addicts group, and I had done this Aurora. And somebody said, "Do you have a video on how to make it?" I went, "No, I don't even know how to make videos." But then I did. I just made one with my phone. And that was the start of this whole mess. Did you receive that yet, Cece? Oh, cool. Yeah, I know I sent you the tracking. Okay, so we need a black and these Inktense. And again, I'm going to have to get them all out so I can find the black. Let's do a size comparison, though, because they seem to be about the same width. No, these are a little bit fatter. Not much. Not much at all. But these are all pencil. These have wood around them. So just because these are longer, you probably get the same amount of crayon pencil. I'm happy to show you how to make videos. Who, Amy? In fact, I was thinking about doing a series on how to get started on a YouTube channel. All right, so this is, whoa. Now this is called ink black, and it is black. All you need is a phone. If you have an iPhone, it's very helpful. If you have an iPad, it's even more helpful. Those were the investments that I made in my channel. I bought an iPad, and then last year I bought a Macintosh computer, so that, because I do, design team videos, and so I like to, those oftentimes have to be voiced over and edited. Hey, Don. You have an Android? Yep, I started with my Android. They're new Inktense colors, Abraham. I wouldn't know. This is my first time trying them. I was influenced by another artist and watching them work with them. Okay, just kind of go over any of those little white spots here with the black pencil. No one will ever know. Hi, Jay. All right, here we go. So we have on this side, we have our distress watercolor pencils, 100 colors of Inktense, and you can buy them open stock. I know, Dawn. I bought them immediately, and I got a 36 pack or 36 pack for the price of $5 more than the 24 pack. And then here's the Inktense one. Let's get them up close. And then we'll compare them to my model here. You know what? Let me just fussy cut these out so that I can lay them right on that paper. Okay. I think I'll remember which is the distress because I recognize the color. And let's put these back in their hole. So that's all right there in my face. I still have a bunch more flowers to color, but not tonight. Not tonight. Tacos for me, friends. Okay. Dick Blick has them. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, because I mean that, you know, sometimes that's what I have to resort to is doing open stock because sometimes I don't want all the colors that are in the. No, I'm lying. I do want all the colors, but I don't want them all right now. I don't want them until I know I need them, and then I don't have them. And I don't leave a border when I fussy cut. And you know why? I can't make an even border. I can cut around the line evenly, but when I'm trying to eyeball a border, I just can't do it. So you can just imagine these flowers as pieces of ephemera with some of this paper involved too. Even when I have die cuts for this stuff, if it leaves a border, I cut the borders off. Mike's still in the closet. Oh, yeah, I better get him out. Oh, my word. How am I going to do that, Hyde? Okay. So sorry. I'm blocking the whole view with that. Forgot about that. I don't know how he would feel about that. Okay. Sorry, just reading the comments. I thought somebody said bye to Chow, and I didn't see where she said she was leaving. But they didn't. I'm just blind or can't see very well. All right. This is our distress. This is our Inktense. And the Bristol Smooth paper is kind of thick. I think it's 100 pound. So I haven't even tried this stuff on watercolor paper yet. So it'd be cool if Ranger or somebody sold these distress watercolor pencils open stock. I know you can get the crayons individually over on Ranger's website, or at least you could in the historically. I don't know about now, but I was looking for the crayons on their website and couldn't find them. So the ones linked down below are scrapbook.com. By the way, those links down below are my affiliate links. So, you know, if you decide you're going to try these out, I appreciate it if you use it, but otherwise use what you have because, okay, guys. I'm going to put up a poll here if I can figure out how. I don't think I can do it through StreamYard. I probably have to do it through my phone. Un momento. Oh, shut up. I don't think I can do it. I think you have to do it from a yeah, I can't put up a poll. Okay. Yeah, it is expensive. The Tim Holtz, you think? Okay, so this is the distress, and this is the Inktense, and I've got sparkly on the Inktense one, but you can't really see it. They both. I mean, I like them both on there, really. You know what they need, and it would work with this one, but not this one, because they need a little bit of love here. I can't see if it's going on there or not. There we go. I don't think that's gonna fly on this one. But I can always do white paint splatter. There we go. You do need enormous, yeah. Exactly, Val. So, yeah, the Tim Holtz one does tend to match better. I could probably would benefit from adding some of the Villainous Potion in there, but you know, so I kind of am looking for that sort of look. But it's okay. I mean, they're meant to stand out. So that's it, guys. And my verdict is this. I think they're both awesome, and they both have their merits. And they're both right around the same price. The pros to these is they will still move if you get them wet. Let's see, and the you know, they come in the distress colors. The cons to these. Well, the cost of both of them is way too much for me, but that's okay. I mean, that's typical pricing. Yeah, I have some Caran d'Ache, but to me, they work differently. Yeah, these are more vibrant. These are more vintage, which is exactly what Tim had in mind when he came up with them. No, yeah, and 30. These are 75 too, Amy. They're actually, yeah, $24.99 for 12 of them. So it's the same price. Well, unless you got them on sale. But as when I looked at them on scrapbook.com, they were $24.99 for 12 crayons or pencils. And so 36 for 75 and 36 for 75 basically. Plus stuff you've never used, yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I gave away a set last year. I got a free set, or a couple of free sets that I gave away from my time working with Scrappy Shack. Love them both. I do. Yeah, see, you got to be smart about it. It is a plus. To me, it's a plus too, because there are some colors I like better than others. And there are some colors I would ignore. I didn't try the white ones at all, just out of curiosity. So, to see if it does any kind of correcting or any kind of blending, and it kind of does. Kind of, not really. Let's see on this one. Definitely. Definitely. All right. That's what I got for you today. Hoping to be back for you guys on Thursdays at 4:45, 5 o'clock, and then Sundays 3 or 4 o'clock. It just is going to depend. Yes. No, you didn't send. You might have sent me one set of them. I'm not sure. I think you sent them to Elizabeth. Anyways, I am off to go bug Mike for tacos. And I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with me live while I played a little bit and had some fun. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up on the way out the door. And you know the drill. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, blah, 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 blah. Bye.